Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Submachine. We're on game number 8, The Plan. When we last left off, we were teleported away from Liz's laboratory after she had been chased away by Murtaugh, so we're still looking for her, still haven't found her, and now we're who knows where. I'm going to just get started here with the play. There is a secret sub here, which we'll check out afterward, because I've played the game before and unlocked the secrets. This exists forever now, but we'll come back here when I finish. I'll collect all the secrets anyway, even though I don't need to unlock the secret hub anymore. So here we go. Click here and a neat effect. There's 7 8s there. You can create dimensional portals while being inside of such a portal. Yes, I can. And when you do, what happens then? You change direction. Direction of what? Of everything. Not sure what that means yet. But here we are. In some dock of some kind that seems to just be floating in midair. So something I'm going to do, you're going to see probably appear over here pretty soon, is I'm going to create a little map of this game, because this game is a little bit more intense mapping-wise than some of the previous ones. And I feel it'll be helpful for you to see exactly where I am in the world, and this will become obvious shortly. So for now, I'm just going to appear somewhere up there and just follow along if you ever get lost on where I am. Alright, so we got a button here, and it seems to try to open this trapdoor, but it's hitting this metal stick, which is in the way, and it's locked, so we can't get rid of the metal stick. So let's take a look around here. We can look over this way, and this is about as far as we can go to the left. There's a key down here, but we can't pick it up. So that's that. Let's head back over this way. And we can, however, grab this. Apparently it's close enough for our arms to reach. Just a broken beam. So let's head back over here, see if we can't grab that key. And here we are, rusty key. So that should probably unlock this thing here. And we can move it out of the way and open this trapdoor. And we can head down. But there's also this I haven't messed with. So we have a handle we can just push back and forth. And if I go down here, well, you see it's completely empty there. But if I move this handle over, now it's heading down this way, and we'll find a stone sphere just hanging from this little claw. There you go. There's also a note that says, Murtaugh is coming back. We should go. We should go now. Now remember that these notes are being left behind by whoever's out in the subnet as a way to communicate with people, but this note probably wasn't intended for me, because it's not saying you should go, like whoever's following me. It's saying we should go. So whoever wrote this is writing to somebody that they're supposed to be with. You'd think they would just tell them, like, hey buddy, let's go. So this is strange. Why would you write a note and leave it here unless the rest of your team wasn't around when you left that note? We'll find out in a moment. So we climb down to the surface of wherever we are. This looks like a lever, but it is not. It's just holding the rope in place. And we have this thing. We can push it in and stick it back out. It doesn't seem to do anything no matter what we do. There's a lever here, which I'll check out in just a second. And over here we have, well, we can't go any further, but we do have this device. It says, Oi! Let's check it out. Looks like you need to put those electrodes over your head, which we will obviously do. And now we have this weird looking device that has some buttons on it, but looks like this is the only button that's activated. The rest of them are there, but they're darkened. You can't use them. We can use this one. And when we press it, nothing happens. It makes a noise, but nothing's going on. Well, let's just keep in mind we got this device here, and let's pull this lever. Well, now this laser sticks out, and this thing lit up. So if we click on it again, now we have 2 buttons. And if we click this second button, suddenly we're somewhere else. So it seems like this button has teleported us a bit. Not sure where. So I'm going to, on the map over here, I'm just going to change to a new area and try to remap this place. So anyway, let's pull this, and nothing happens. We can Go up, and there's a compass-looking thing, but we can't interact with it. Let's go back. And over here we see drawers. We can just open them all if we want. And in fact, you kind of have to. I think some of this is randomly placed. I'm not sure. It could just be every single time they're in these spots, but I think these devices have been moved around in a couple playthroughs of mine. Either way, we have two things we can find in the drawers. A document and a small chest opener. We can't open this drawer because there's no handle on it. Apparently we can't just stick our finger in the hole and kind of push. Maybe there's something else we need. We'll get to that later. In the documents, I clearly remember the day it all ended. It was not long after computer processing power exceeded that of the human brain. Many thought that this was the turning point, but not so. The moment came a bit later. I remember because I was there when we asked the biggest question, the one we've been struggling with for millennia. Why are we? But this time the question wasn't directed at us. We asked the computer, and that was the turning point in the history of humanity, that exact moment. Once we acknowledged that we're not the most evolved structure on our planet, once we passed the torch, our purpose diminished. Did we expect the computer to fry under the heaviest of questions? Of course. So you can imagine our surprise when this happened. The computer answered the question. So I guess this sort of explains where the subnet came from. I guess. Again, a lot of this plot stuff is very vague. It's left that way to be open to interpretation and fan theories and conspiracies and things like that. But it seems like the subnet was created because it's a computer that is beyond the capability of the human brain. So it sort of was able to procreate without us. And that's where the subnet came from. Well, let's keep looking around in this area. We have a ring here with some kind of triangle, and we click on it, and the ring actually rotates. So is that triangle. Doesn't seem to do anything obvious, though. I can just keep on doing this all day and nothing happens. So let's just make a note of that and come back later. Over here we have some kind of board set up. It's got a bunch of buttons on the top, it looks like. Only 2 of them are colored in. Same as our device here. So if I press this button, it's actually looking at the room I'm in right now. If I press this button, I'm looking at a completely different room. I haven't actually seen this spot before. But I can guess maybe that it has to do with that part of the world we were in. It was just an area we hadn't been able to get to yet. And strangely enough, I can hit both buttons, and the 2 areas are superimposed on each other. So that's strange. I wonder if there's a purpose for that. Let's head up here. We see another note here. This time it's a picture. We have a 3 and a 4. Corresponding to some kind of circles. And there's an N. And it looks like an E and a W. Like these are compass directions. So here's another compass area like the one we saw over to the left. And some arrows. We can actually turn these, but they don't seem to do anything. Probably because we're missing one in the center there. So let's see if we can't find another one of these later. Alright, so that doesn't answer much of our questions. We have the stone sphere we're not sure what to do with. We have a small chest opener, but we haven't seen a small chest. So we can head back probably to the first area and see if that does anything. Well, we haven't seen anything like that. There wasn't anything up here we could use. But maybe we can check back in the second area. Oh, but this is a totally different spot. That's strange. But we have another stone sphere up here. See, when we last teleported to this second area, it was a different room. But when we teleported there from a different spot, it was another room entirely. So like when I teleported here, it was this room. So maybe, let's go over here and teleport. Yeah, we're in a different spot. So this teleporter does something else entirely. It's not really teleporting us to specific locations based on what buttons we push. It seems to be more in relation to the area we're in. So if I'm here and I teleport and move one room to the left, I'm going to be one area to the left of here. So up here is an area I hadn't been because there was no connection between them in this second area. So let's look around here. Nope. Something to do with this, we're not totally sure yet. But that gives us a little bit more as to what the purpose of this device is. Like, it's not really transporting us to locations, but it's either transporting us a set distance from our current location, or it's sort of moving the world around us based on where we're standing at the time. Those are some possibilities, and we'll explore more of those next time, because I'll be stopping the video here. See you then. Bye.